Is the Lumix G7 worth it in 2020? What's good, y'all? It's your boy Malik Baker, man. We back with another video. So today, I'm here to talk about this lovely camera right here. This is the Lumix G7. I've been using it for about like 3 months now, and I'm just here to talk about what I like, what I don't like, and just pretty much answer the question, is it worth it in 2020? So stay tuned. We about to get this started, and let's get the show on the road. So the Lumix G7, I believe, came out around like 2015 or so. It's been out for some years, and I've been seeing, doing my research. I was trying to go camera shopping because I wanted to find a camera that I can use temporarily, so I could just get some more content out, get some more work in, so I could build up and so I could start buying the bigger cameras, the better quality cameras. So when I was doing my research, I was just looking at the quality and just something that's affordable at the moment. So when I was doing that, I was like, okay, you know what? The G7 might be it. I think this is the camera that I can use for a while. And I also just started like taking photography seriously. I don't plan on like being a professional photographer or nothing like that. But I just wanted to, it's a camera that can do both, like photo and video. And I just want to check it out and see what I can get out of the camera. Alright, so here's what I like about the camera. What I like about the camera so far is that it's pretty affordable. If you're just looking for a camera to get started with, or just an affordable camera, I think this is a good route to go. And it comes with a good deal. You get 2 lenses with the camera, which is pretty dope for something that's pretty affordable. And that's what something that I kept in mind when I was like doing my research. And then what I also like is I like the quality of the camera. The camera quality is pretty nice. The camera I'm shooting with right now, I had this camera for about, I think like 2 years now. The Lumix LX10, it's the little vlog camera. So I'm pretty familiar with the Lumix products, and that's what made me just like, just dig deep into the Lumix company and see what other cameras they have to offer. Another thing that I liked about the camera is that it shoots 4K, 24 frames per second and 30 frames per second. And the 60 frames per second is only at 1080p. But that's pretty fine, that's pretty solid. Nothing, no big deal, but it's nothing I shouldn't expect for like a camera that's, that's been out for a while and it's pretty old. So I think that's, it's still a good camera, so don't sleep on it. So I tested out the camera at different locations and just different settings as far as like, just the different type of videos and type of like projects that I've been working on. So I tested out the camera in different areas and different settings. So I've been just going around, I was taking photos of different people, just different locations, just to test out, just the settings and the coloring and stuff. And then I also did videos, I recorded a couple events and just like a couple other stuff. I just got back to school, by the way, so I'm pretty much just started back filming sports, but COVID-19, canceled all that, so it won't be no sports this fall. I'm kind of sad because this is my last semester out here, but it's all good. It's time to move on anyway. But so I just tested out different couple of events, and I just I like certain things that that I came up with, and just the stuff that I shot. I think it's pretty cool. As far as that, there is some stuff that I do not like about the camera, and that's something I do want to talk about. So one thing I don't like about the camera is the exposure can be very tricky, man. I've been trying it when I just record, I'll be thinking like, okay, something don't look right. So when I put it on my computer, I'm, you know, about to edit and stuff, and I'm just looking at the footage, I'm like, something not right. Like, it's just if the shot be kind of overexposed, so when I try to color grade it, it's kind of hard for me to color grade it, and it's kind of sucks sometimes. And that's just one thing that I really dislike about the camera. Another thing that I dislike about the camera is, I'm not gonna lie to you, the camera is very light. The camera is just too light for just to do any type of handheld stuff. I'm gonna be honest with you. Where is the camera, by the way? Oh, there it is. This camera is so light. Like, look at this. Like, it's just so light. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I think that if you're gonna shoot handheld, you just wanna probably stay wide when you're shooting handheld shots. Because when you're trying to shoot handheld, like just with your no type of like stabilizer or nothing, and you're using like a zoom lens, and you're trying to go anything past, I want to say 40 millimeters, it gets very shaky, and it gets kind of annoying. But sometimes I can work with it, and you know, it could be pretty annoying. And that's just something that I just took in mind as far as like checking out the footage and recording it. Because most of my shots was mostly handheld. I really had no stationary shots like that. But that was another thing I disliked about the camera. Another thing that I dislike about the camera is, you know, the quality I feel is only good when shooting 4K. The 1080p 60 frames is actually pretty solid, but if it's like looking overexposed or you don't have your little color settings right, your quality of the image can look terrible. When I was just looking at it, I was just going over the footage. I was just not a big fan of how some of the images came out. You know, I was kind of like kind of beating myself to it, cause like, man, like I could have made this better, you know. But you know, everybody be making these type of mistakes. You know, everybody makes mistakes, but the quality I feel is only good with 4K. The 1080p 60 frames though can be a hit or miss, but to me, I say that the quality is just not there sometimes. But like I said, I'm not surprised about the quality because of how much the camera is. Just keep that in mind that this is like a $500 camera, so you gotta just keep that in mind that the quality that you're gonna get is probably not gonna be as good as what you expect from like a Sony A7 or a Canon EOS R. So you just gotta always keep that in mind. So now here's the bigger question. Is it worth it in 2020? I'm gonna say yes and no. The reason why I say yes and no, well, first, I say yes because I feel that the camera is good for beginners, for sure. For any beginner photographer or videographer, I say this is a good start camera to start off with, along with like the Canon EOS T7i or any like EOS series. This camera is up there with the Canon EOS series. It's a very good camera to start off with taking photos and video, and that's just a camera I would recommend for beginners. But now as far as like intermediate people as like myself, I think the camera benefits me, but I just feel that for me, just been doing videos for so long, looking like the quality that I know that I can, you know, put together, this camera can sometimes, you know, it can't really put that quality that I'm looking for sometimes. But it's still, you know, the camera still gets me through, and I like that. And you know, the camera quality can be shaky. It just depends on your settings. Like I said, I mean, if I'm being honest, it's still good. It's still a good camera for intermediate creatives as well. So just don't feel bad. Like I said, I would say this camera is good for beginners to start off, and this is a good camera for intermediate creators that are just looking for a camera temporarily so they could build up for the bigger camera. So that pretty much wraps up the video. Hopefully I answered your question in regards of what camera that you might think about buying or just considering to start off with. But feel free to check me out and check my work out on my social medias. I'll leave it down below in the description. And thank you guys once again. My name is Malik Baker. I'm out. Stay tuned for the next video.